Julio, I honestly believe that LEVIOSA is probably one of the most practical thread effects in the world of magic right now. I honestly believe it.
Because it's so automatic.
Yes, it's automatic. You don't do nothing.
It is. You don't do nothing.
You are like
it's
this.
So, yeah, you are feeling the power, you know. You are feeling the power. You are also feeling the magic because for you it's also magic. The thread is that invisible that even you as a performer could not see.
Yeah.
So you only put it on the floor and you enjoy.
Exactly. The first time we programmed it and I was testing it, I felt magic because I was with it was the very first time and I was like this with the hands like this still, and it cut and oh my god! And then a few seconds later, the deck was flying to my hand.
You know, I still feel the magic every time I do it. I mean, and I've been doing this. I could probably say 1,000 of times in this last 4 months. I have done it like 1,000 of times.
Yeah.
And now
addicting.
it's my favorite effect. It's addictive.
It is.
It is.
Yeah. It's really cool. And it's like you have real powers, you know. And another great thing is that it's not only that, but it's practical. I mean, magicians don't need to take a piece of wax, place it around.
Not at all. Not at all.
You could do the trick naked. It's just if you want.
In fact, if you want to impress someone, you can do it naked. Yeah.
And it's inside the card case. You remove the gimmick and you are ready. You don't need to attach anything to your body, grab the thread, nothing.
And this is not only about the beginning, but about the ending. I mean, when you end the trick, the deck floats to your hand,
placed in your pocket, or
then you only need to put it inside the deck, the card box. And that's it.
There's nothing attached to you. Nothing.
And you are ready for the next performance.
You are clean. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I really enjoy. Do you remember the first version that I showed you? I mean.
Yes. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. It was when I came here to shoot POV.
Yes.
You know, like 5 months ago now, and I had the original Haunted with me. You know, which was not at all like this one. I mean. It didn't have any electronic inside. You know, it was all like very mechanical, you know?
Yes, and I remember that for the thread to go to your hand, you'll need to do this movement with your hand, you know?
And the thread break, and the thread used to break, you know? Because of the friction with the thumb. I remember we thought about putting some sellotape here. Do you remember about a thumb tip? Not at all.
Not at all.
Now, I mean, it's like, it's really magical how it began and how it has ended, you know?
It was not practical. I mean, magicians were left literally with their deck and a big piece of thread, and they could not perform anything else. I mean, they were stuck in that position.
It was thought just to do it on video, you know? Yeah. Like just for a few performances on video, and if you feel you can do it on real life, I mean, man, you could be the only one in the world who does it in real life. So yeah, and from that point, your team start to work on the electronics of this.
Because I think it was the next day. You were still shooting here, and you showed me that. I think it was at my house, I think. And then I believe a few hours later, or the next day in the morning, I told you.
I remember you were picking me up from the hotel in the morning. It was like very early in the morning, like 8:30, something like this. I was, João, good morning. How you doing? And you always say, did you sleep well? And I say, yes. Yes. And you say, Julio, I've been thinking about the Haunted. Do you want me to put electronics inside? And I was like, I mean, João, it's impossible to put electronics inside. And you told me, yes, I can do it, but you just need to put your hands like this.
Yes, I really believe so. I really believe.
And I was like, let me think about it, because I really believe it was impossible, you know? I really believe it was impossible. And I told you, okay, João, let me think about it, and I will tell you something tomorrow. Yeah. And it was the same day, during lunchtime, going to your home, it was like, João, I've been thinking, and do you think you can really put electronics inside? Yeah. And just keep your hands without moving?
Yes.
And you told me, yes. Yeah. And I said, let's do it.
Yeah. And it's not only about being with the hands like this, because I think it's very important, because when you do thread effects, if people see the deck move and they see this end, your brain associates, you know, like, okay, he's doing this is going up, there is something fishy.
Sure.
But when you have your hands, like you really show them empty, and you are like this, and after, I mean, it's so practical.
It is.
It is so practical.
And what about when you finish performing the Haunted, right before the deck flies to your hand, you do this.
Yes, that is.
It's like I remember when I first did it to a friend of mine who is a magician, Adri. When I did this, it was like,
what?
are you using magnets to make the flag? I don't know. It was like, I know there are some threads, but I don't know where the hell is the thread, you know? And as it is so invisible,
It is. Yeah.
you cannot see it.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely amazing. For me, and I'm talking 100% for real. I'm not lying saying this. For me, this will be the trick of 2023.
You really think so? Yeah.
I don't think so.
strongly
I'm
agree.
sure about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
The reactions we have been doing this for dozens of people now, and it's unbelievable. People do not really believe their eyes. I think there is actually one performance, I believe, where people almost left. They were like, no, okay, I'm done with this. I mean, they were like, I don't believe what, and people are really, they feel magic, you know, and then you ask, they were like, what just happened here?
And you know, not only lay people feel the magic, also magicians feel the magic.
Yes.
I remember I was performing the first version that you sent me, which was not as good as the final one, by the way. I was performing it in the Magic Circle there in Malaga, and there is a magician there who is kind of old, not too old, but kind of. I've never seen him react to a magic trick. Believe me, I've never seen him react to a magic trick. Even to the artist tricks, I mean, it was like, good. Well, I did the Haunted, I look at him, and he was like, okay. But it was when the deck flat to my hands.
Nobody's expecting that.
I first saw, for the very first time, a smile on his face, like, what? And it was like so freaking, he was freaking out with it.
It's unbelievable.
It was freaking out. And then I showed them how it worked. And it was like, I want 3 of this.
Yeah.
I want 3.
Yes.
Because I really believe that people are going to buy like 3 of this, just to have it.
Just to have it, yeah.
Just to have it.
It's unbelievable.
I would do it.
Yeah. And it was very good because, and it was difficult as well because you had to find the perfect balance because you don't want the deck to go like this or like this. And about the speed. At the first tries, it was very fast, like, and if you want something like an Harry Potter kind of effect, it should not be like extremely fast.
Nope.
It gives a little bit more time for people to really digest the effect. It's like if you had like a magnet, you know, it's very smooth.
The timing is perfect.
Yes.
It's like, it's magic. I mean, it's like, if it was slower, if it was faster,
Yes.
the timing is perfect.
We found the perfect timing 100%, and everything is very well made inside. So, and it's great.
I really believe that this is the only trick with which you can, as a magician, as a performer, feel the magic.
Yeah.
Because most of the times you do the sneaky things, the double leaf, and you know that you have 2 cards there, or whatever. But with this one,
Yes.
you feel the magic.
And magicians can also, if they want, program it. If they want, it's an option that they have. They can program.
But they have the option.
They have the option. So this is ready. They only need to really push a button. The deck will do everything by themselves. But if someone, for some reason, wants more time or wants for another effects, because you also have a great idea, which is to place the gimmick inside the card case with a little slit, and then they place the deck on the table, and when they want, they simply grab a thread, and they have a loop right there, a loop like
and they
this.
can use it as an ITR, you know?
They can.
They can use it with many different tricks that, of course, people will come up with, and I'm sure we will see them on YouTube, on Facebook, because I told you this is going to be the trick of 2023.
I really also believe this will be the trick of 2023.
That's great, man.
We did a great job, right?
We did it.
Yeah,
We did it.
I really think so.